Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Macabre, and welcome back to my movie library. Yeah, I think you already pretty much know what movies we're going to be talking about today. Just released, thanks to Warner Brothers. Picked these up at my local record store. I got two of the Clint Eastwood movies that Warner Brothers had just put out on 4K. I got The Outlaw Josey Wales. As you can see, $22.99. Not a bad deal. And Pale Rider, also $22.99. Now, I am aware, yes, I do know that they put out Dirty Harry on 4K today, and I'm sure I could have got it the same, $22.99. I did not go for that, but there is a reason why. Okay, I can't help but feel that what would end up happening, it's not that I don't want the movie Dirty Harry. It's not that I don't love the movie Dirty Harry. I love it. It's a classic. It's great cop suspense thriller. Just awesome movie. And I would love to have it on 4K. I really would. The reason why I didn't bother with that, though, is because I'm afraid, like, if I turn around and buy it today, then within a year's time, we'll get the word out that Warner Brothers is going to turn around and put out an entire box set with all 5 Dirty Harry movies. So I can't help but feel like I would rather just wait for that. So, yeah, so I did not get Dirty Harry on 4K, but one day if they announce the entire set with all 5 movies included and everything, you bet your bippy I'm going to get them. But I did pick up, like I said, I picked up, Outlaw Josey Wales and Pale Rider on 4K, and these look amazing. My God. This is really what I wish we could have gotten, That's why I decided to leave, the stickers on there, $22.99 each, Like, this is really what I wish we could get more with 4K. The problem is like, they keep trying to do this thing. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and take the sticker off at the same time. But this is really what I wish we could get more of with 4K. Movies that are, affordable, available, really good transfers, included bonus features. Like here on Pale Rider, we have The Diary of Sidney Penny, Lessons from the Star, Painting the Preacher, the cinematography of Pale Rider, 3 documentaries, Clint Eastwood and Cinematic Legacy, Reinventing Westerns, Eastwood Directs, The Untold Story, and The Eastwood Factor. So we got, you got bonus features on the disc here. And same thing. Hang on a second. Let me take the sticker off of Outlaw Josey Wales. Both of these are excellent movies. Great westerns. There we go. Really nice. Look at that. On here we have commentary by Richard Schnickel. I hope I said that right. 5 featurettes, and let's see, an outlaw and an anti-hero, the cinematography of Outlaw, crafting Josey Wales, Clint Eastwood's best, Eastwood in action, let's see, Hell Hath No Fury, the making of Outlaw Josey Wales, documentary, Clint Eastwood's cinematic legacy, and remembering westerns. Sorry, just kind of hard to see. Yeah, the light's not really the best here, but look at that, and okay, yeah, I will agree that I'm not really the most keen on the just Photoshop pictures of Clint Eastwood here. Of course, yeah, I would have preferred the original poster art, but you know what? As these go, these are actually really nice, really good slip covers, really nice texture, color, and everything else. So you got on the back there. Like really nice quality as slipcovers go, especially from a studio. Usually, nice thick ones too. Yeah, usually, your slipcovers that you get from studios are usually like really flimsy, just super thin cardboard. And then it's very much the same on the case. And sadly, yeah, not really the most interesting in terms of disc art. Of course, obviously, it's a studio, so no reversible artwork or anything like that. But even still, I think considering what you're getting for your $22.99, and that's kind of the thing. I mean, look, it's beautiful, it's simple, you know, it looks nice, you know. Now I know there's a steelbook. I just, I didn't go for the steelbook. I just preferred the slipcover version of these movies. There's the back. But same here, same thing. Again, not the most impressive disc art you've ever seen. But like I said, I think, consider what you're paying for and everything. I think, these are really nice. They're really well done. In terms of picture quality, my God, these movies look gorgeous. They look so beautiful. I got to be honest, I can't honestly say for certain. There is a little bit of grain in the picture, but I'm more than willing to bet you that, people, more advanced in this kind of thing than they're probably going to come along and say that, yeah, that, there is DNR and that they use some digital to clean up the picture quality. But my God, these movies look amazing in 4K. They look so gorgeous. Just Pale Rider. One of the things like, oh man, you do get HDR on these. My God, I was watching these things and, like this movie here, because of the cold, blistery, like, wet winter landscape and everything, it's like, man, I was actually starting to feel chilly watching this movie, but it looks so good. There's so much detail in the setting and my God, this just looks fantastic, and just, just the shots of the wintry landscape, you're kind of looking at this and it's like, my God, like this is what 4K was designed for, was this kind of thing, And I'll tell you the truth, I've heard, a couple of people say that, that certain movies should not be given 4K releases, and they're saying that Westerns are one of them. I'll tell you right here and now, watch these two movies on 4K, I promise you, you'll change your mind. Just the way these movies look, they look so gorgeous. In this movie here, just the daytime scenes, the use of, light and shadow. I will say there is like one little thing I noticed though was Sam Bottom's character in this movie. When he gets shot, there's a shot where he goes up where Clint Eastwood's in the covered wagon and he's firing the gun and everything. And Sam Bottom's character comes up. His character was shot in the back. But the problem is like, with the 4K, and the really high definition, you could see that it looks like on his back, it just looks like he's got like a ring of like, pinkish red paint on him. It doesn't look like a gunshot wound. So, you could kind of tell they didn't really use squids in these movies or anything like that. So yeah, that does kind of stick out. So that you're kind of looking like, yeah, that does look like a pretty fake looking gunshot, but besides that, though, man, these movies look amazing in 4K. They just look so gorgeous, and just the daytime scenes, and just just the shots of the landscape and everything, and like Clint Eastwood at the end of the movie riding off in the sunset. Like, man, the daytime scenes just look incredibly natural. Like I said, just the way they use light and shadow just was just phenomenal. Like, this is how you want to do it. And like I said, yeah, just, man, these are two movies. Like, if you ever doubted Westerns ever looking good on 4K, is like, check these two out. I promise you, you'll change your mind. And like I said, I'm not really huge on just the Photoshop of Clint Eastwood on the cover here. I would have preferred the original poster art. But you know what? Even still, as these go, they're pretty well designed. And, they look like they would go well on a shelf together if you wanted to display them. So, and speaking of displays, it is time. We are going to, case these bad boys. And there we go. But I think the quality and, you do get bonus features. Oh, almost forgot. For the digital enthusiasts out there, there you go. Look at how cool that looks. Really nice in his protective case. Does that look snazzy or what? Anyway, going back to what I was saying, for the digital enthusiasts out there, if you were, curious if anybody gives you a code for this, you should, when I renew my codes, you should get the 4K option. So That's, at least that's what I got, So when I checked, it's like, yeah, I got the 4K versions when I redeemed digital codes. So hopefully, if anybody gives you a code, you should be able to get the 4K digital version. So, but anyway, so yeah, there we go. Both of these movies, this is, like I said, this is what I wish we could get more of. Just even though it's basic, it's simple, but it's affordable, great quality for the price. Like I said, $22.99. I mean, dear God, I mean, come on. Under $25 for a 4K on release day, it really is a crying shame we don't get to see more of that. But I would definitely say, yeah, if you're a Western fan, if you're a Clint Eastwood fan, definitely pick these up. You won't be disappointed. Even if the picture might look a little bit digital cleaned up, I don't know. That's why I'm saying, there are people out there a little bit more, experienced in knowing that kind of thing than I am. But all I know is just as a common person, it's like these movies just look amazing on 4K. And it was well worth the price. I felt like every penny was well spent on these two movies. So we'll go ahead and we'll take our Pale Rider and we'll case this one up too. There we go. If you're a West, that's another thing too. If you come across these for that kind of price, $22.99, and you're deciding whether or not to pull the trigger on these. If you're a Western fan, trust me, Clint Eastwood. Oh yeah, definitely. You're, as far as I'm concerned, you're never going to be disappointed with a Clint Eastwood Western. Like the man always knew, he knew his Westerns. Well, he knows, I shouldn't say that he's not gone yet, but, he knows, he knows good storytelling. He knows a good Western. He knows how to make a great film. As a matter of fact, yeah, me and Rob from VHS 82 apostrophe and Glenn from BDG Reviews, we just did like a podcast. Well, not a podcast, but we did like a collaboration just this last week. You can find it on the Body Bags channel where we talked about some of our favorite directorial debuts. It's a really good video. Go check it out. I think you'll be really enjoying it. And honestly, I picked Clint Eastwood because I just felt, right out the gate, his first movie, Play Misty for Me, that was just a really well done thriller and just, a good suspense thriller, Fatal Attraction kind of film, and, a really good star to was been an amazing career as an actor and director. So, but yeah, I'm gushing about these, but my God, these are probably two of the best 4Ks I've seen in a long time. And like I said, they're cheap. If you want to go for the more expensive option, you can go the more Cadillac route and get the steel books, but the discs are pretty much going to be the same. Yeah, you probably, I don't remember if the steel books come with the Blu-rays or not. Yeah, these are 4K only, obviously, as you saw. But still, it's like, man, oh man, these are, especially too, if you're really getting into 4K, and you want to see what 4K can do, these are a couple of good examples. To really test your system out. Test the sound quality was amazing, the picture quality is great. This is if you're just starting into it, dipping your toe in the 4K pond, these would be good ones to kind of give yourself a good chance to see what you're getting into, and you'll probably understand a little bit more of the hype of why 4K is even so popular at all. But anyway, so yeah, we got these two bad boys, and I don't regret it. Like I said, I feel $49.99 for both. I feel like I got my money's worth, and yeah, really, really happy to add these to my collection. So as usual, I did have a couple of pickups I'd like to show you if you guys don't mind before you head on out. Yeah, I took some stuff to trade in at my local record store today. And I did I made enough off of the trade-ins to get two things. This one here, I haven't watched it yet, but I am curious about it. I hope it's good. It's got Davy Rochon in it, but from Terror Vision, we have American Nightmare. It sounds intriguing. One night, 7 friends confess their fears to a killer. So I am hoping that this movie will be good. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Get ready. I'll probably be doing a what you're watching video here pretty soon, and I plan to watch this one and give you my thoughts on it. But here we go, and there we go. Like I said, this is from TerraVision. Obviously, it's Blu-ray, but like I said, yeah, I just really hope that this is good. Got a nice little booklet. Got the gorgeous Debbie Rochon on there, but I don't know. She got a knife, so I better be careful. But yeah, a couple of pictures here and there. But anyway, so yeah, looking forward to checking this out. Hopefully it'll be good. And this one here, this was the main one that I really wanted. I mentioned it before that I wanted to pick it up on the Kino Lorber sale, but it wasn't available for the sale price. But they had it at the record store, and I was able to get it thanks to the trade-in. So in a way, it kind of didn't really cost me anything at all. I got the 4K for Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. This is one I've definitely been wanting to get my hands on. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, see how good the picture quality is. Basically, well, there is an audio commentary by Howard S. Berger and was it Mark Edward Hawk? Sorry, like I said, just the lighting isn't very good. Interview with director Ralph Singleton. Interview with actor Stephen Mock. Interview with actress Kelly Wolfe. Interview with actor Robert Allen Booth. Theatrical trailer. So basically, everything is imported over from the Scream Factory Blu-ray, and the only thing new is the commentary. But yeah, I've been wanting to get my, I try to get as many Stephen King movies on 4K as I can, and I really wanted to get this one. So real quick, just in case if you've seen it already, I apologize, but this is for anybody who hasn't seen it. One thing that's nice, this version here, you do get reversible cover art. As you can see, it's just your regular Kino Lorber disc art, nothing fancy, nothing to write home about. But like I said, you do get the reversible cover art, which you see is just the same as the slipcover. So, of course, like any self-respecting movie collector, you gotta have the slipcover art be different from the case art. So, and of course, I always love this original poster art for the movie. That was always cool. So yeah, that's going to be fun later too, to watch to finally get to see this in 4K, see how this one measures up. And real quick, we're going to case this bad boy. So nice to add this to my Stephen King movie 4K collection, which I do hope in years will still continue to grow. There we go. And we have Graveyard Shift on 4K. So I think I did pretty well today. So yeah, some Stephen King, some Clint Eastwood. Like I said, this one here, kind of a blind buy. Hopefully it will be good, but if it's not, oh well. I got the receipt, take it back. So that's it. So, but yeah, I definitely recommend it. The two Clint Eastwood, Pale Rider. I'm sure everything I've heard, the Dirty Harry 4K looks phenomenal. But like I said, I just would rather wait and see if we can get a box set of that down the line that includes all 5 of the movies. But yeah, so anyway, still, I think a really, really good day considering. So that's it. So yeah, and like I said, if you could find it, and honestly too, even if you're not that anxious to jump on it right at this minute, I say wait a little bit, because I got it for $22.99. I'm willing to bet you give it some time, probably in a couple of weeks before you even know it. Amazon or somebody will probably drop the price on those. You probably get them for even cheaper. You probably even get them maybe as like $14.99. I don't know. But yeah, that's just the one thing. I just really wish, as somebody who does love the 4K format and enjoys collecting movies on 4K, that's something I just really wish we could get more of. Just, more affordable, nothing worse than, just like these overpriced steelbooks and, just a simple slip cover and all that kind of stuff, and they want to charge, like $35-40 for it. Just, I really do wish that's something that, we could get. I know, but, just the idea of, like, would be nice if we could get it to where it's more affordable and, more and more people will be able to, jump onto the 4K train and take advantage of it. But anyway, so that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, could you please leave it a like? And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And that's it, everybody. So take care. Have a good night. See you all later.